Like, share, subscribe. Shouts out to the Lions Den community. And don't y'all forget to subscribe to the podcast show. Link will be pinned in the top of the chat.
Just name the channel who could bang with us. I'll prove that you are smoking dust. GTV Media is top notch in this game, y'all. You failures only have yourself to blame, y'all. Ticket TV and a weapons make you suckers cry. Why don't you close your channel, crawl into a hole and die? Shout out to those who love our movement, no, we'll never flop until you get your mouth off LGBT. We are the underground outfit, y'all. We built this whole thing by ourselves, no in y'all. Independence start with self-preservation. If you can't take care of self, then how can you build a nation, y'all? Yup, we got that merch for the ladies and yes, we even got that merch for the babies and we got appliances and everything that you will need. We got some banging songs that make anemic haters bleed.
All right, you guys. So, like, share, subscribe, ring the notification bell so you guys will be updated when I release video content on the channel. If you guys have not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. After you hit the subscribe button, you're going to hit a bell. After you hit a bell, you're going to hit an all button. That way you guys get all the updates when I release video content on this channel, man. If you guys can hear me, press 1 in the comment section, man. We get a mic check real quick. Let me know if y'all can hear me. And we get right on with this video, man. Because something's going down. I can't quite put my fingers on it, but something is going down. Now, you guys all remember the infamous situation. Okay, y'all can hear me? All right, good. You guys all remember the infamous situation on that interview Piers Morgan did a couple months ago with Jaguar Wright. Now, Jay-Z, his lawyer, Alex Spiro, they hit up Piers Morgan and had Piers Morgan take that section down of that the Jaguar Wright part down of that interview. And ever since then, I've noticed one thing: the United Kingdom, the UK's media have been absolutely going crazy on Jay-Z. I'm talking about they have been doing some deep investigation and bringing up a lot of different things, man. And they've been going hard on Jay-Z, man. It's like they took that Piers Morgan thing personal because, Piers Morgan said he did not want to take that interview down. But he said he normally didn't take it down, but you know what I'm saying? He was like, basically because he didn't have proof of the things that, Jaguar Wright was saying. And again, just in this video right here, I'm going to read you guys the article. This is not my viewpoint on the situation because I wasn't there to know like all I wasn't following this situation at that time to know all the intricacies. But the UK has a publication called the Daily Mail, and they're a major publication in the UK. Man, these people have been going crazy on Jay-Z. So now they just recently put out an article the other day going off on Jay-Z, and basically it was a scathing article. But this is the article that they put, and I want to read this article to you guys because this is absolutely, unbelievable. And I was just thinking, I've seen the UK articles have been doing so many deep diving, so many photos, so many videos, so many interviews. They've been doing a whole lot on the Diddy situation too. But now, since that situation happened with Piers Morgan, they have turned up the heat on Jay-Z, man. And I've noticed this. And this is one of the articles they dropped. And I was just reading this article. I'm like, damn, dog. Like, this UK media I'm talking about, they're getting all kind of photos from that I haven't even seen. And so I was looking at this article like, hold on, man, something's not right, man. Something's going on. Something is going on. I don't know if they got it out for Jay-Z. Well, I personally think they got it out for Jay-Z over that situation with Piers Morgan in that interview. I think the UK media did not like what happened with Piers Morgan, and I think that they are going hard in the paint against Jay-Z. Now, let me say and read what they wrote. It says mystery over when Jay-Z first met Beyonce deepens as resurfaced photos shows rapper 28 years old with his future wife when she was, and you can see it right there on the screen. Now, I want to get into this article because they also provided pictures, bro. That I had never seen these pictures before. And I'm sitting there like, what in the world? Hold on, what is going on? And they're saying that, basically in this article, these two gave different accounts of when they met. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know how Jay-Z's gonna be able to deal with this situation in the UK because the UK media works different. They're not under the US jurisdiction. And so I don't know if Jay-Z would have to try to get a lawyer in the UK. I don't know how that works. Somebody from the UK would have to tell me, man, because they going hard on Jay, man. And let me read this article to you guys. So it starts off by saying that photos have emerged of Jay-Z age 28 with blank-year-old Beyonce, which call into question her claim that she was 18 when they first struck up a friendship, right? And these people, they allegedly came with receipts. It says that the early days of their relationship have come under renewed scrutiny after the rapper, 55 years old, was hit with a civil lawsuit that claims he blank at September the 7th, 2000, after the MTV Music Video Awards, which today we're going to find out a lot more information about as well, because we're going to hear from Tony Busby today. Today's a weekday. I'm pretty sure Tony Busby's going to respond. He's been quiet all weekend long. Jay-Z and them was the only one that was doing the talking. Tony Busby did no talking. But Tony Busby had one thing. Now, he was on vacation for what it seemed like. And while Tony Busby was on vacation, he posted a video. And if I'm not mistaken, in that video, this weekend, after all these things was going down, the interview with NBC, all of that, where people were ripping Tony Busby to shreds, he had a certain song playing. The band played a certain song, and they played that New York song. And I'm like, hold on, what is Tony Busby on? Everybody keep thinking that Tony Busby's just out here capping. And I'm just sitting here thinking like, hold on, this has got to be something. And I saw that before it went off of his timeline. And I was sitting here thinking like, hold on, man. And so everybody on YouTube's been running around saying the case is going to get dismissed. Well, we're going to find out today. And I'm going to tell you guys something. If that case does not get dismissed and that judge allows that case to keep going, Tony Busby got something. Busby's got something. Now, if the case could be thrown out today, and that part could be over with. But if I'm telling y'all, we need to watch Tony Busby's response today, because that's going to be very important to see what Tony Busby says to the court, because he claims he has evidence. And there is a lot of things suggesting that this girl got the year wrong. I saw Tisa Tell's video. She did a great breakdown of this whole situation. She basically, alleged that the whole situation happened in 2003 and not 2000, and that all the girls' claims were right on point, is what Tisa's saying. But she said it was for 2003, not 2000. And she actually showed receipts in her video of everything that girl said, basically being verbatim except for the date. And, there's a Victims Act where, they give you leniency in the court, if I'm not mistaken, if you are a victim of that age, to where they allow, you to continue with the case. Now, I didn't know that aspect until she brought it up in that video. That was great investigative journalism by her. But we're going to find out today what the real is, because a lot of people are running around here saying this case is over with. The case is going to get dismissed. I'm seeing a lot of people online, and, they're saying all the girls lying. But you got to remember, the girl is special needs, which makes this even more devastating if this is true. Like, the girl is special needs. So we got to, like I said, that's why I told y'all, like, I got to wait. Because, I said, if it was me, And I was a judge because Tony Busby was the one who was supposed to make sure that the facts were straight before they filed that lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? But then again, when Tisa brought up that act that they have, which basically gives leniency to alleged victims of, sexual assault of that age, where, they could say, hey, man, it's a few years of a window. We're going to see. We're going to see, because Tony Busby may not be as stupid as everybody thinks. And he may have allowed Jay-Z and his lawyer to do all this talking, because when has Jay-Z ever done all this talking? Just think about this. Jay-Z's always cool. He always calm and collected. But Tony Busby's got Jay-Z out here doing a lot of talking. And Jay-Z said one thing. He said something like, we come from victory, not for victory. And so, I don't know, man. It's always a saying, never count your chickens before they hatch. But let me say this to y'all. I read this article, man. This article that the UK been doing. The UK has been going crazy on Jay-Z since that Piers Morgan situation. But listen to what they said, y'all. They said weeks after the alleged incident, Jay-Z, then 30, was pictured publicly with 19-year-old Beyonce for the first time, according to her account. This was the age when they started dating. It says her account. Now, everything this UK, the Daily Mail, major UK publication, is saying in this article. It goes on to say, according to Beyonce's account, they met when she was 18 and were friends for a year before things turned romantic. But, right? Jay-Z has said he met his future wife when they were 16 years old and vowed that she will be mine. He was 28 at the time. It says now a photo believed to be taken on the set of Destiny's Child's video for No 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 proves that they indeed met 2 months after Beyonce turned 16. Now let me repeat that again. This is the UK. This is not me and my opinion. This is what the UK is doing. To the brother who says leave Jay-Z alone, you can leave this channel, bro. Ain't nobody force you and put you in handcuffs, make you come over here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna help you leave. Goodbye. Did nobody force you to come over here? I'm reading what the UK article wrote. You got a problem with that? Take your monkey ass out of here, dog. Ah! Get your ass up out of here. The hell wrong with you? You gonna come in here and get mad at me? Get your ass up out of here, dog. Like I said before, get mad at the UK. You guys always want to run down on black folks, but never want to run down on the UK and them people who made the article. The hell wrong with you, boy? So, like I said before, right? Back to what I was saying. It said, according to Beyonce's account, they met when she was 18 and they were friends for a year before things turned romantic. But Jay-Z, the young forever hitmaker Jay-Z, has said he met his future wife when they were 16, when she was 16 years old, and vowed that she will be mine. It says, and he was 28 years at the time. It says now a photo believed to be taken on the set of Destiny's Child videos for No 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 proves that they indeed met 2 months after Beyonce turned 16. Now it says, although there is no suggestion that anything happened between them at the time, it says, furthermore, another resurfaced image shows Jay-Z at the Primetime 21 nightclub in North Dallas on January the 31st, 1998, watching a blank years Beyonce and Destiny's Child during their first live performance in the city. Right? Now, the UK showed pictures. They got more pictures on their website. They put up 15 pictures on their website. 15 pictures, bro. Now, I'm trying to tell you, this UK publication, they're trying to go after Jay-Z, bro. They're trying to go after Jay-Z, man. They're trying to go after Jay-Z, man. It says, and they put this picture out. It says a photo was reportedly taken on the set of Destiny's Child's video for No 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 No. Right? Shows that Jay-Z and Beyonce, met in person 2 months after she turned that age. And it shows more pictures too. I ain't gonna show you all the other pictures. But it goes on. It says Beyonce and Jay-Z now have been married for 16 years and share 3 children. It says the family put on a united front the other night as they appeared on the red carpet to promote Mufasa, the Lion King, at the Dolby Theater in Hollywood. Now it says that Blue Ivy provides the voice for the Kiara character in the Disney film and looked at home on the red carpet as she posed with her parents and her grandmother, Beyonce's mother, Tina Knowles. It said the fashion designer made headlines after she claimed her social media was hacked after a like appeared on a post up to a news story about the lawsuit against Jay-Z. It says the Destiny's Child recorded their debut album No 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 in 1997 when Beyonce was 15 years. It says, and she turned 16 years in October of that year, a month before their debut single was released. It says Beyonce and Jay are widely reported to have first met somewhere between 99 and 2000 when she was 18 and Jay was 30, with the pair being friends for around a year and a half before sparking up a romance when she was 19. It goes on. It says back in 2008, she told Steve 17 magazine, I was 18 when we first met, 19 when we first started dating. But this is going to get real diabolical in this article from the UK, y'all. It says while in an interview with Oprah Winfrey on the Oprah Winfrey Network in 2013, Beyonce said of their romance, we were friends first for a year and a half before we went on any dates. We were on the phone for a year and a half. And that foundation is so important for a relationship. Just to have someone who you just like is so important. And someone who is honest. It says, however, in a 2007 interview with Charlie Rose, Jay-Z appeared to contradict Beyonce's claims when he revealed that they had met 10 years previously, making Beyonce 16 years when they first crossed paths. During an in-depth chat about his American Gangster album, journalist Charlie grilled the rapper about when he first locked eyes on the singer, asking, how long have you known her? Question mark. Jay-Z wasn't exactly forthcoming with his answer as he coldly responded, a while, a long time. It goes on, and it shows this post right here. It says that Jay-Z went on to confirm how he met his now wife when she was 16, as he declared his love for her in a gushing Instagram post. And I don't know how in the hell the UK got this post, because I couldn't find it. But somehow the UK got it. I don't know if it was removed or what, but somehow the UK got it, allegedly. And they posted this. Found Hove. It says, the way she has changed my life, if I didn't have her, question mark. Where would I be, question mark. Who will I be, question mark. Sometimes I wonder if I will still be Jay-Z. It's so surreal. First time I laid my eyes on her, she was 16. I had a thought in my head, quote unquote, she will be mine. Became my best friend, 20 years old. It was time. Before you knew it, she made me swallow my pride and my own words bit me in the ass. Forever macking. 8 years later, married, one blank saved me. At I be Batty, at Batty B. Obey. He goes on. It says, right, as you know, they're trying to get context with the answer. It says Charlie further published, right, or pushed. He further pushed Jay-Z on the topic of, you know, their age and things like that. So he went harder on Jay-Z on this, apparently. That's what they're saying he did, right? So now, right, it says that he said, how long? 10 years? With Jay responding as he, with a smile, as he added, however long she's been recording, that's when I met her. Let me repeat that again. The UK went and got these files. This is crazy. That's how I know they trying to go hard on this dude. Bro, go look at every UK publication. There ain't no good UK article on Jay-Z. They going in on Jay-Z since that. And I've noticed it since that Piers Morgan interview, bro, they have been going in on Jay-Z because I know they felt the way. And Piers Morgan can't say nothing about this. But the whole UK media have been, I'm talking about pulling up pictures, all kind of stuff, bro. They've been going crazy over there, bro. That investigation stuff they got going over there in the UK, man, they not playing. The UK ain't playing over there, bro. They got, I don't know what type of investigators they got, bro. But these people on, listen, I didn't even know these interviews existed. It said Charlie further pushed in his interview, the interview they said he did with Jay-Z. He asked Jay-Z how long did he know Beyonce? He said 10 years. Or he asked him 10 years, question mark. With Jay responding with a smile as he nodded, or as he added, however long she's been recording. That's when I met her. And they put that on quotes. It says Beyonce recorded her debut album with Destiny's Child when she was only 15 years. It says, keen to get an exact time, Charlie further questioned the music star, remarking, don't you remember how long it was? Was it 5 years ago? I met her 10 years ago, end quote, Jay-Z said as he nervously laughed along with the host. Questioning his reaction, Charlie asked, did you say to yourself at that time, wow? It goes on. It says Jay-Z replied that his first thoughts on Beyonce were that she was a fantastic talent. He further went to confirm how he met his now wife when she was 16 years old, as he declared his love for her in a gushing Instagram post in 2013, posting under the handle Found Hove. Jay-Z shared several photos of Beyonce and then baby daughter Blue Ivy before demonstrating his undying love for his wife. And that goes back to that post I showed y'all right there that they screenshotted and put in this news report where Jay-Z said it was 16 when he first met her. Beyonce said it was 18 when they first met. It says captioning one particular snap with some romantic rhyming he penned, the way she has managed my life. If I didn't have her, where would I be? Who would I be? Sometimes I wonder if I would still be Jay-Z. It's so surreal, right? It says the first time I laid eyes on her when she was 16 years, I had thought in my head she would be mine. Became my best friend, 20 years old. It was time. Before you knew it, she made me swallow my pride, and my own words bit me in the ass. Forever Mackin. 8 years later, married, one kid, she saved me. Meanwhile, a snap of Jay-Z posing with Destiny's Child back in 1998 has been uncovered with a date revealing that Beyonce was 16 years at the time. The pair went on to confirm their relationship as they appeared on the cover of Variety magazine back in November of 2001, with Jay-Z later stating to the publication that they were just beginning to try to date each other at the time. He shared, well, you know, you got to try first, you got to dazzle, wine and dine. detailing on how he had to work to win her affections. Jay-Z added, "She's charming Southern girl. You know, she's not impressed, but I would have definitely had to be this cool." It says a year later, Beyonce goes on to feature on Jay-Z's huge track, '03 Bonnie and Clyde. While in '03, he rapped on her song Crazy in Love from her debut solo album Dangerously in Love. The couple went on to tie the knot in a top secret wedding in April of 2008. Now, it goes on to say, however, their marriage has not always been, you know, you know, it says in 2017, in a 2017 interview with the New York Times, Jay-Z admitted that he had been unfaithful to Beyonce, who he'd been married to for 9 years at the time. Jay-Z started talking about the infidelity when he addressed the scars he still has from his past. Those scars led him to push away his wife, then 36, and that led to the cheating that she addressed in her visual album Lemonade when she sang about Becky with the good hair in her track Sorry. It says subsequently, fashion designer Rachel Roy had to deny she was the other woman after fans misinterpreted in an Instagram post where she joked about her hair. It says Roy, who is of Indian and Dutch ancestry, got her start in fashion interning for the fashion brand Rocawear, which was owned by Jay-Z and Damon Dash. It goes on to say, right, also swirled, right, rumors that Jay-Z had cheated on Beyonce with the then 17 Rihanna, though her former publicist later apologized and debunked the claim, saying he made up the rumor in hopes of giving Rihanna's debut single a boost. Now it says that addressing, and I'm sorry y'all for me reading, these words are small as hell. I'm reading off the screen. It says addressing his infidelity, Jay-Z explained, "You have to survive. So you go into survival mode. And when you go into survival mode, what happens? You shut down all emotions. So even with women, you're going to shut down emotionally. So you can't connect." Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. I'm going to tell this nigga Lex right now. Hey, Lex, cut the cap, dog. Cut the cap. All right? Cut it out, bro. Thank you, dog. My bad. Lex going crazy, man. What Lex on it today? He got that junk going crazy. So it says, after addressing his infidelity, Jay-Z explained, you have to survive. So you go into survival mode. And when you go into survival mode, what happens? You shut down all emotions. So even with women, you're going to shut down emotionally. So you can't connect. In my case, like it's deep. And then all the things happen from there. Infidelity, he said. His admission came 3 years after Beyonce's sister, Solange, was filmed attacking Jay-Z in an elevator at the Met Gala. Now, it says the 27-year-old was caught on surveillance camera, right? Right? Ooh, going in on Jay-Z, who was 44 at the time, with both her arms and her legs, right? While her sister stood beside them, looking curiously and passive. Now think about this. Lex! Hey, Lex, cut the cap, man. Solange was seen screaming at her brother-in-law, member, right? When the fight erupted, and was seen mouthing, uh, you know, bad word at the hip hop legend. It says in the footage, a man who looked to be a bodyguard tried to hold Solange back, but she managed to rain blows on the rapper several times and even hit him with her purse. And during the frenzied altercation, Jay-Z grabbed her stiletto-clad foot to block a kick, but never attempts to retaliate. Now, it says the singer, Beyonce, and her husband released a joint statement at the time stressing it was a private family matter. While the truth about the age Jay-Z met Beyonce remains sketchy, the Run This Town hitmaker seemingly has form of taking a liking to younger women. Tell y'all something. The UK is not playing with Jay-Z. You see these articles they write on this man? It says before dating Beyonce, Jay-Z was reportedly linked to the late singer Aaliyah in 1999 when she was 20 and he was 29. It says though it was never confirmed that they were dating, Jay-Z's business partner and Aaliyah's later boyfriend Damon Dash revealed that the rapper was very much interested in the singer when she would have been in her late teens. It says that in an interview with Page Six back in 2019, Damon told how Jay had feelings for Aaliyah and that the rapper was one of several guys that wanted to date her at the time. It says Damon, who formed Rockefeller Records with Jay in the 90s, noted that although Jay was interested in Aaliyah, it was himself who ultimately went on to date her, with the pair in a relationship until her shock death age, 22, in 2001. It goes on to say he says, or he said that, you know what I'm saying, you know, man, he did not mean to fall in love with Aaliyah. She was just that cool. But, you know, we were both going hard. Everybody was trying to get Aaliyah. It was not just Jay. He went on to add, I did not know Jay was trying to holler at her. But then it just happened like that. He was trying. I was trying. Everybody was trying. He was going hard. Dash also hit out at the rapper for his musical collaborations with disgraced R. Kelly, who is currently serving a 20-year sentence for producing You Know What and 3 charges of enticement of you know what's for you know what. Since after producing Aaliyah's album Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, 27-year-old R. Kelly married the R&B singer when she was just 15 years in a 10-minute ceremony held inside a Chicago hotel room. It said his former tour manager had bribed the government with $500 to obtain a fake ID so that R. Kelly could marry her. It said the marriage was annulled in 95 by Aaliyah's parents, who did not know about the wedding before it occurred. She tragically passed away in a plane crash 6 years later at the age of 22. Dame Dash said of Jay-Z and R. Kelly, who released a joint album, The Best of Both Worlds, in 2002, it's morally wrong to do a project with someone that we know R-worded my girl or R-worded anybody for that matter. While it's not clear if Jay-Z and Aaliyah were ever romantically involved, they were pictured looking cozy at numerous events, including parties thrown by P. Diddy. Diddy and Jay-Z became friends when they met as emerging artists on the New York hip-hop scene in the 90s and collaborated on a track for Diddy's album, a debut studio album, No Way Out, in 97. Despite Jay-Z establishing his rival Rockefeller Records, the competition between the two always remained friendly. And Diddy said they had considered going into business together if the right opportunity arose. It also says, right, that the pair had also toyed with the idea of forming a supergroup with Usher and Pharrell Williams. But despite secret meetings, it never got off the ground. The strength of their friendship was evident when Jay-Z made a surprise appearance at the Bad Boy family reunion in 2016. In tribute to his friend Diddy, said, "You've been there with me through my ups and downs. Whenever I get in trouble, this is the one I call. This is my strategist right here. This my brother." Another telling insight came when Diddy appeared on James Corden's Carpool Karaoke. It said that Jay-Z is the only person in the world, other than his mother, that is allowed to call him by his real name, Sean. Nobody else could call me Sean. There's not a single person outside of my mother that should be calling me Sean, he explained. Listen, man, the UK, they're on Jay-Z's helmet since this Piers Morgan thing. And it's not just this article. They got like 15 pictures they put in this article in the Daily Mail in the UK, bro. They got like, bro, I don't know what is going on, but they've been on a war path. Like I told you guys, the UK has been on a war path against Jay-Z ever since this situation with Piers Morgan. And it's all out here in the open. It's all in the public. There ain't no other way around it. Sit right here and look at it. And I'm gonna tell you guys something. I seen a brother in the comment section that says, "Where is our boy Busby still licking his wounds?" I'm just gonna say this to you, brother. I wouldn't count your eggs before they hatch. That's all I'm saying. Everybody's running around acting like this thing is over with. We're probably gonna hear from Busby today. You understand what I'm saying? And so that's gonna tell a lot. I told you, if they do not throw this case out immediately, it's gonna get real ugly. Jay-Z's lawyers have asked for this case to be thrown out immediately. Now, under most people who saw this from the jump, their circumstances, most people would have said, "Yeah, man, throw it out. You got to throw it out." Most people on YouTube thought this case would be thrown out. We'll see today. If the judge doesn't immediately throw this case out, because remember, they filed it going into the weekend, so they don't work on the weekend. But today, you're going to find out a lot this afternoon. If they don't throw this case out, this is going to be a real problem right here. A real problem. Because what Jay-Z and these people have done is they've locked themselves into certain statements now. And you've never seen Jay-Z come out head first like this. This one right here really bothered Jay-Z. There's been a lot of things said about Jay-Z over the years online, period. But this one right here got Jay-Z out of character a little bit because he don't say nothing. He normally just let his lawyers deal with it and he just play the cut. You understand what I'm saying? But I try to tell y'all this. I always sit back and watch the situation play out from the cut. I told y'all, if they take it to court, I believe Jay-Z deserves his day in court to prove his innocence because these are some of the most heinous charges you can have against anybody that's a grown-ass man. You know what I'm saying? And so, but the thing is that after what just happened, if they don't throw this out, that means the judge would have looked at this case and said, nah, it's still enough to let this thing go. And if that's the case, if a judge looked at this case and he says it's still enough to let this case ride on, this is going to mean there's big problems, man. Major problems. Major problems. Now, again, Jay-Z kind of got out of character. Never seen Jay-Z talk like this, ever. And think about all the situations Jay-Z ever been through. And Jay-Z been through a whole lot of situations. He's rarely talks. He's always quiet, play the cut. But now, for some reason, he's done a lot of talking in this situation. Meanwhile, think about this, y'all. When that whole thing exploded, I want y'all to think about this because I thought about this. Why would Tony Busby, who is a skilled attorney, who knows what he's doing, why would he throw that girl out there to NBC, knowing that NBC was going to ask her about those inconsistencies? And because trust me, he knew the questions before she went up there. Tony Busby's not putting his client up there without knowing those questions. So I thought to myself, did Tony Busby put her up there to put that truth out there in front of the world so everybody knows that she made a mistake? And Tony Busby, did he know that people are going to overlook the fact, not all, but a lot, that she is the special needs? Did Tony Busby know that the judge may potentially have leniency on this woman because she's a special needs woman? And because the nature of the allegations of her being a special needs woman and accusing that she was given something? And then think about this. Tony Busby had been going back and forth with Jay-Z. Before that interview, he had been going back and forth with Jay-Z in the press. They were going back and forth. I'm talking about they was throwing heavyweight blows. Jay-Z, when this NBC interview comes out, they doing all the talking. And Tony Busby just gets silent. Hadn't heard from Busby on this situation the whole weekend. He ain't say nothing else. Everybody been banging on Tony Busby. Busby got quiet. We're going to find out today because there's going to be filings today because Jay-Z's lawyers filed for this case to be dismissed at the end of last weekend or the end of Friday. So going into today, we'll see. If this case is not dismissed immediately, if the judge said this case going to go on, bro, if the judge said this case is going to go on, Jay-Z and them need the judge to dismiss this case. I'm going to say that right now. Tony Busby got too quiet for me, bro. Think about this. Tony Busby was doing all that talking. And then as soon as this interview came up, Tony Busby is not a stupid lawyer. He's not putting his client out there on NBC knowing the questions to the interview, knowing what she's going to say. Because this is the one part everybody forgot. Everybody says, oh, she admitted that she lied. She said she had inconsistencies, but she was standing beside her overall story and accusations. She never said that, no, I did not have these things done to me by Jay-Z and by Diddy. She never said that. She just said that she got some of the specifics wrong. You don't believe me? Read it right here. Read it right here. Jay-Z Accuser says she made some mistakes in her allegations, but stands by her statements overall. And it made me think, it just had my brain running, man. Tony Busby cannot be this stupid, bro. This man ain't got this far in the legal game doing stupid shit. So I thought to myself, did he put this girl out here in the public to have transparency with the world so everybody could see two things? That she's transparent about the mistakes that she made and admitting the mistakes that she made in front of the world in her lawsuit, but something more important, to show the world and to show a judge that she's special needs. Let me slow that down for y'all one more time, because that went past some people's thinking process. Did Tony Busby put this girl? Everybody said, why did Tony put her out there on NBC like that? They destroyed her. Tony Busby knew what the questions was gonna be. He not no idiot. You think they doing an interview and he don't know that they haven't agreed to the questioning? They agreed to that questioning. And don't think that interview probably happened a few days ago. So he already knew that interview was coming out. They didn't just do that interview right there live from NBC. That interview was done a few days ago. You think Tony Busby sent her up there and he wasn't sitting right back there when she was doing? Tony Busby was sitting right there when she was doing that interview, but you couldn't see him on camera. I think Tony Busby, because when you play in this game of chess, that's why a lot of people can play checkers. Only a few can play chess. Only a few people got the patience to play chess. My mind is thinking. And this could all be dismissed today, and everything I could be saying is wrong, and this could all be dismissed. Judge dismiss the case, throw it out today. But if he doesn't, if he does not throw this case out, Tony Busby would have successfully done two things. He would have came out and showed y'all publicly that this person is willing to admit that she made some mistakes in her lawsuit, but she stands by her overall statements of the allegations. And two, Tony Busby made sure he put it out there in the minds of everybody and of the judge that this woman is special needs. Meaning, what do they do for special needs people in general? Have more leniency. And what is that going to do? Allegedly make the allegations even more devastating because people did not know before this person came forward that they were special needs. Everybody knows now. See, you would have probably thought different about this case. Think about this. You would have been like, oh, that's a devious mofo to do that. Try and lie and set Jay-Z up and do all these other things. But when you think about it, and when you say somebody has special needs, that's you really got to think about this now. Really got to think about this now, right? That's why I say to y'all, tell y'all, I watch, I look, I listen, and I pay attention to every single detail. Every detail is paid attention to. Every detail. Every detail. You know? I pay attention to every single detail that's put out there. And Tony Busby may have did this. I'm telling y'all, right? He may have did this to purposely show everybody. Because remember, once again, it was a Jane Doe. So nobody knew. Nobody knew that this person was special needs. But when Tony Busby put that interview to the public, and he knew, Tony Busby's a lawyer, he knew he knew everybody was gonna come out and jump. And then this is what made me think about Tony Busby. When everybody was banging on him and he got quiet. He didn't say nothing. Just quiet. This whole weekend, Tony Busby been quiet since that interview. So now you have to look at the fact that, okay, first of all, this person alleged that they were younger at that time, and their special needs. And they're claiming that they was given something. So now you have to think, and now you have to ask other questions. What are the other questions? Smoke burp. Now we're going to get to the funk. Other questions are this. How old is her father right now? Does her father have any mental incapacities right now? Is her father special needs as well? These are the questions that nobody knows the answer to, except for Tony Busby and those people involved on the Tony Busby side. Right? I want y'all to think about this now. Think about what I'm saying. Because your daughter has special needs. We haven't asked, is the father special needs? We haven't asked how old the father is. We haven't asked if the father has any type of current medical issue or something like that that could cause him to lose his memory. We don't know. But Tony Busby does. That's why I always said, I wait to see all the facts about this situation, because what Tony Busby and them did was they pinned Jay-Z and them in a position now because their statements are on the record. Their statements are on the record. On the record. And again, We don't know what evidence Tony Busby has. He hasn't showed anything. And also remember, there was a third celebrity that still has not been named yet. Tony Busby did that by plan. I think Tony Busby knows that he's dealing with billionaires. And I think Tony Busby took this Diddy situation, and I think he took this Jay-Z situation because I think Tony Busby thought, yeah, I got the BP. Yeah, that was cool. That was a major. I've collected $10 billion in collections. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I did the Astro World. That was big. Yeah, I did the NFL player, Deshaun Watson. That was huge. That was big. But I think Tony Busby wants to be legendary, and this is why he took this case. And I think that in order to do something like this, you had to be on point. Remember, Tony Busby is not putting that girl on NBC unless he wants to, and he knows the line of questioning. He's a lawyer. He's a lawyer. And this is the part everybody forgot. Everybody forgot. He's not putting that girl on there. Knowing the questions and knowing they can bury her unless he had a reason to do it. And I believe his reasoning is, and I believe he got his point across, but a lot of people missed it, is that that girl is special needs. And they showed that. Go back and watch the interview. They displayed that she was special needs. In that interview, they made sure that they hammered that home. Right? So when you look at special needs, right, you look at some of the effects of special needs, and you go to Google and look at some of the effects of special needs, right? Right? You know what? I'm going to tell you something. Right? Right? Children with special needs. Let me put this on. Let me make sure I put this on the screen. Because I had to do my research. I got to thinking, man. When Busby put that girl out there, I said, man, why would he do that unless he knew what he was doing? He knew the line of questioning. So he knew that girl was going to get buried out there. He knew it. He knew she was going to get buried. He wanted that to happen, in my opinion, because he wanted to display. Remember, if she would have stayed anonymous, nobody knows that she's special needs. He did that interview for a reason, in my opinion, because they alluded to that in that interview, that girl was special needs. They alluded to that in that interview, that girl was. He alluded to that in that interview. Now, let me put this on the screen. Put this on the screen for y'all. Right here. Now, let's read right here, y'all. Let's read right here. Children with special needs may experience a range of memory challenges, right? And read that second one, right? 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 Poor working memory, right? Right? And go back to this. It says that she made some mistakes in her allegations, but she stands by her overall statements. And in that interview, she said in that interview that this stuff did happen to her. She never said it didn't happen. She never said it didn't happen. right? She never said it didn't happen. She may have just gotten the years wrong. And Tony Busby put her out there in the public, in my opinion, to show the whole world that, yeah, she got it wrong. And I'm willing to put her out there and show y'all she got it wrong. But I'm willing to damn well see anything I got right now that when Tony Busby files his response to the court, he's going to mention that she was special needs. And that's the part that I missed. But when I went back and I looked at it, I said, damn. Because I just had to think about why Tony Busby would put her on that interview. Why would he put her on that interview? Then I saw Tisa's video. And how Tisa broke down the whole other year. Shout out to Tisa. I mean, bro, the girl fine and she got her shit together. She know what she's talking about. But this situation right here, man, I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Tony Busby knew she was special needs. Nobody would have known that if the case was still anonymous. Meaning, if a judge, let me repeat myself again, if a judge saw this not knowing that this girl is special needs, maybe he has a different thought process towards this. Right? I want y'all to think. Before any client does an interview, the lawyer knows the questions. Tony Busby knew the questions that was coming from NBC. He already knew. Tony Busby knew all the questions coming from NBC. He already knew. He knew. Think about this, y'all. He knew. Right? We didn't know until that interview. So today, or this week, if this court does not throw this case out, Tony Busby would have gotten a big victory if this case does not get thrown out. And the reason why is because they would have taken into consideration that this was a special needs and that they stuck by that story. And we haven't really heard any information about the father. Again, the daughter is special needs. But let me ask y'all a question. Matter of fact, let me look this up right now. Are a lot of the people's parents who kids with special needs, do their parents tend to have that type of history as well? Let me see. I gotta look that up. I'm gonna go back and look that up. But we need to find out the history of her parent. And that's the thing, we don't know it. So that's something that we got to sit back and watch. What's the history of her father? How old is he right now? Does he have any kind of medical issues going on? Does he have any kind of, what I'm saying? These are the type of things we got to look at. We don't know. From the outside looking at, we don't know. Tony Busby knows because he did his research. We don't know. So today, if they throw that case out, then Tony Busby didn't have nothing. And he just played himself. But I just can't believe he played himself, bro. I don't take dudes like that lightly. When you play against dudes like that, you got to be on your A game, bro. I'm trying to tell you. This man won 22 out of 23, 25 lawsuits against Deshaun Watson. Man, I'm taking him serious. Out of the great state of Texas, where he go hard, they go hard down there in Texas. You know what I'm saying? Damn sure not taking him for granted. We're going to wait to see the day. Tony Busby ain't said in the whole weekend. He been chilling. We finna see. And he got Jay-Z to jump out there and put statements in the public that he didn't do this and this was a lie. Which, you know what that does for Tony Busby? They haven't even asked for an amount publicly. Right? Now, Jay-Z said they asked for millions of dollars. Tony Busby said he was going to prove that that was a lie too, because he said he didn't ask for any amount of money. They asked for mediation. He said he's going to prove that to the court. Right? But since he got Jay-Z and them to jump out there and make statements in the media, now your statements are in the public. He can use those statements if he wins this case to say, oh, and he also came out here and defamed my client and get a major payday. We're going to see. We're going to see. I think Jay-Z should not have said nothing. Me personally, I think Jay-Z should have let his lawyer, who is a big-time, he's a big-time lawyer, Alex Spiro. He is big-time. They got a whole family of lawyers, and they big-time. He should let his lawyer just do the work and not said nothing. Now that he said something in the public, and this person is special needs to, y'all let me know what y'all think. Like, share, subscribe.